All right. Patrick Frazee is set to go on trial later this month for the murder of his fiancée, Kelsey Berreth.
It was a cold November day in 2018 when Kelsey Berreth disappeared without a trace. What seemed like a routine visit to her fiancé's house would soon spiral into a chilling mystery that shook the entire nation. How could a mother, an experienced pilot, and a woman loved by so many vanish so suddenly? This is the tragic story of Kelsey Berreth, her disappearance, the investigation that followed, and the shocking truth that no one saw coming. Introduction to Kelsey Berreth. Kelsey Berreth was a 29-year-old mother who lived in Woodland Park, Colorado, a quiet town nestled among the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. She was the proud mother of a young daughter named Kaylee, who was just a year old at the time of her disappearance. Kelsey was known for being a kind-hearted, ambitious woman who had a promising career as a flight instructor. To many, Kelsey seemed to have it all: a loving fiancé, a beautiful daughter, and a future full of potential. However, on the weekend of November 22nd, 2018, everything changed. Kelsey was last seen on Thanksgiving Day. Her fiancé, Patrick Frazee, was reportedly the last person to see her alive. But when she failed to show up to work the following day, her family and friends knew something wasn't right. What followed was a frantic search for Kelsey that would uncover a dark and twisted tale of betrayal, lies, and murder. The last day of Kelsey Berreth. To understand the events leading up to Kelsey's disappearance, we need to take a closer look at the last day she was seen alive. November 22nd, 2018 began as any other day. Kelsey had spent the morning with her daughter at her Woodland Park home, and by mid-afternoon she was seen leaving her home. She was last spotted at a Safeway grocery store, where surveillance footage captured her walking in and out of the store with her daughter. But after this, there was no more sign of Kelsey. According to her family, Kelsey had made plans to meet her fiancé, Patrick Frazee, later in the day. However, when she failed to return home or contact anyone, the alarm bells began to ring. The investigation into her disappearance would soon reveal shocking truths that no one could have predicted. The investigation begins. As the days passed and Kelsey remained missing, her family and friends launched a public campaign to find her, but the authorities were not as certain that she had simply gone missing. Investigators quickly honed in on Kelsey's fiancé, Patrick Frazee. Frazee's behavior was described as suspicious from the start. He claimed that Kelsey had disappeared without a trace and seemed uninterested in helping with the search. Furthermore, investigators learned that Frazee had a history of violent behavior, which raised more red flags. Despite these concerns, Frazee initially denied any involvement in Kelsey's disappearance. However, his story began to unravel when authorities discovered that he had been having an affair with another woman, Crystal Lee. Lee, who worked as a nurse, played a significant role in the case, and her testimony would soon become crucial to understanding the true nature of the crime. Patrick Frazee and the twisted affair. Patrick Frazee's relationship with Kelsey Berreth was far from perfect. While they appeared to be a happy couple on the surface, there were underlying issues in their relationship. Frazee had reportedly been involved in an affair with Crystal Lee, and the details of this relationship would later reveal the sinister side of Frazee's character. In the weeks leading up to Kelsey's disappearance, Frazee and Lee's affair was heating up. The couple had been communicating secretly and even made plans to be together, which led to a chilling realization. Kelsey's disappearance may not have been a simple case of her walking away from her life. As investigators dug deeper, they uncovered disturbing evidence that pointed to a premeditated plot to murder Kelsey. The crime unfolds. Crystal Lee's involvement. It was Crystal Lee's testimony that would ultimately blow the case wide open. Lee admitted to playing a role in the crime, and her account of the events that transpired would become the key piece of evidence. According to Lee, Patrick Frazee had asked her to help him kill Kelsey Berreth. Lee revealed that Frazee had plotted to murder Kelsey for months, and on the day of Kelsey's disappearance, Frazee instructed Lee to help him carry out the crime. Lee told investigators that she had helped Frazee by gathering supplies and assisting in the murder. She described how Frazee had struck Kelsey with a blunt object and then, with Lee's assistance, disposed of her body. The details of this gruesome crime shocked even the most seasoned investigators. Months passed without any sign of Kelsey's body. The search continued, but the case seemed to be going cold. However, in March of 2019, a breakthrough came. Kelsey's remains were found in a remote area, and the circumstances surrounding her death were even more horrific than anyone could have imagined. The discovery of Kelsey's body confirmed the worst fears of her family, who had hoped for a different outcome. The autopsy revealed that Kelsey had died from blunt force trauma, and it was clear that her death had been a violent and intentional act. The discovery also provided crucial evidence in the case against Patrick Frazee. With the help of Crystal Lee's testimony, authorities were now able to piece together the final moments of Kelsey's life, the trial of Patrick Frazee. With the investigation wrapping up and enough evidence to support the claims made by Crystal Lee, the trial of Patrick Frazee began. The case garnered national attention as the chilling details of Kelsey's murder were revealed in court. Frazee was charged with first-degree murder, as well as the solicitation of murder in relation to his plot to kill Kelsey. During the trial, Frazee's defense team attempted to portray him as a man who was under extreme pressure and not responsible for his actions. However, the prosecution's case was strong. They presented damning evidence, including testimony from Crystal Lee, who was granted a plea deal in exchange for her cooperation. The conviction and sentence. After weeks of testimony and deliberation, the jury reached a verdict. Patrick Frazee was found guilty of the murder of Kelsey Berreth. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, a fate that seemed fitting for the man who had coldly orchestrated the murder of the woman he had once claimed to love. Kelsey Berreth's family finally received some measure of justice, but the pain of losing her would never go away. Her daughter, Kaylee, would grow up without her mother, a tragedy that no amount of justice could ever truly heal. The case of Kelsey Berreth serves as a chilling reminder of the dark side of human nature. It highlights the importance of vigilance, trust, and communication in relationships, and it shows just how easily someone can turn violent when motivated by greed, jealousy, and betrayal. Kelsey's tragic story is a warning that no one, no matter how seemingly perfect their life may appear, is safe from the dangers of abuse and manipulation. Though Kelsey's life was taken too soon, her story will continue to live on, reminding us of the importance of fighting for justice and protecting those we love. And for Kelsey's daughter, Kaylee, we can only hope that she finds strength in the memory of her mother's love, despite the horrors that led to her untimely death. Outro, what do you think? Could the tragedy of Kelsey Berreth's life have been prevented? Could justice have been done sooner? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, make sure to subscribe for more crime stories and unsolved mysteries that continue to captivate the world.